Join me as I try to discover if dogs really hold the secret to unconditional love. Unconditional love. It sounds like the stuff of fairy tales, doesn't it? But for anyone who's been on the receiving end of a dog's affection, it feels less like a fantasy and more like an everyday reality. Dogs just get it. They seem to have cracked the code for loving without strings attached, without hidden agendas, and without holding a grudge over that time you accidentally stepped on their tail. Humans, on the other hand, complicate everything. We analyze love, put it under a microscope, and then write entire self-help books about why it's so hard to find. Dogs? They don't need a manual. They don't question whether they're texting too much or playing it cool. They just wag their tails, lick your face, and remind you, hey, I'm here and I love you. No conditions, no exceptions. Think about it. A dog doesn't care if you just had a bad hair day or burned dinner. To them, you're the best thing since sliced kibble. They don't compare you to other humans or get caught up in societal expectations. You're their whole world, and they let you know it with every slobbery kiss and exuberant tail wag. If only humans could channel even a fraction of that energy into their relationships, right? There's something hilariously humbling about a dog's love. Forget your long list of accomplishments. Your dog doesn't care if you're a CEO or if you're wearing pajamas at 3 p.m. What really matters is whether you'll throw the ball, preferably 100 times in a row. Their priorities are beautifully simple, and maybe that's where the magic lies. Let's talk about forgiveness. Dogs are the undisputed champions of letting things go. Leave them alone for too long, they'll sulk for a minute, then greet you like you've returned from a heroic quest. Accidentally drop a piece of chicken only to snatch it away before they get it? They might look at you like you've committed a cardinal sin, but a belly rub will earn you instant redemption. It's like they've discovered some ancient secret to not holding grudges. And honestly, we should all be taking notes. Dogs also have this incredible ability to live entirely in the moment. While humans are busy dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future ones, dogs are busy enjoying that patch of sunlight on the carpet. It's not that they don't have the capacity to remember. Ask anyone who's ever tried to trim a dog's nails twice in 1 week. But they choose to focus on what's happening right now. And what's happening right now usually involves loving you. And let's not forget the humor they bring into our lives. There's a certain comedy in their antics that makes their love even more endearing. From their enthusiastic zoomies to their hilarious, I wasn't doing anything wrong faces when caught chewing your shoes, dogs remind us not to take life too seriously. Unconditional love paired with a comedic streak is a combination few humans can compete with. Science even backs this up. Studies have shown that dogs' interactions with humans release oxytocin, the same hormone responsible for bonding between parents and babies. So when your dog stares into your soul with those big, adoring eyes, they're literally creating a love potion in your brain. It's science, people. Dogs are love wizards. Take the story of Capitan, a dog in Argentina who, after his owner passed away, spent over a decade living at his owner's gravesite. No one taught him to do that. It wasn't some grand gesture he thought up for social media likes. It was pure, unadulterated loyalty. The kind that defies logic and warms even the coldest hearts. Dogs don't just show love, they redefine it. Capitan's story is just one example of how dogs express their love in ways that go beyond human understanding. Another heartwarming tale is of Canelo, a dog in Spain who waited outside a hospital every day for 12 years after his owner was admitted but never came back. Canelo's story became so well known that the city eventually named a street after him, honoring his unwavering devotion. It's hard not to marvel at their capacity for loyalty, which often feels like it surpasses our own. Dogs don't just offer loyalty, they provide a sense of purpose for their humans. They remind us to wake up early for a morning walk, to find joy in small moments, and to care for something outside ourselves. In many ways, they act as silent motivators, nudging us toward better habits without ever saying a word. And let's be honest, who hasn't gotten out of bed on a lazy day just because their dog gave them that "we're going on an adventure" look? What's particularly striking is how dogs can teach us about resilience. Even dogs that have faced abandonment or mistreatment seem to forgive and love again when given a chance. They don't hold on to bitterness or let past traumas define them. Instead, they leap headfirst into a new day, ready to trust and love again. It's a lesson many of us could stand to learn, letting go of the past and embracing what's ahead. Then there's the way dogs instinctively protect us. Whether it's barking at a suspicious noise in the night or staying close when we're feeling unwell, their protective instincts are a form of love in action. It's as though they see themselves as our guardians, always ready to step up if the need arises. And honestly, Who wouldn't feel safer with a furry little bodyguard around? The way dogs adapt to our quirks is another sign of their incredible love. Maybe you're the type to talk to your dog as if they're a human, or perhaps you sing to them while making dinner. Whatever your odd habit, dogs embrace it wholeheartedly. They don't roll their eyes or judge, they simply wag their tails and enjoy the moment with you, making you feel like the most entertaining person on the planet. And let's not forget their comedic timing. Dogs have an uncanny way of bringing humor into our lives, whether it's their goofy expressions, awkward sleeping positions, or the way they react to everyday things like a doorbell. They're like stand-up comedians wrapped in fur, constantly finding ways to make us laugh and lighten our mood. Their humor feels like another form of love, a way of saying, life is better when we don't take it too seriously. For many people, dogs have become lifelines in tough times. Therapy dogs, for instance, provide emotional support to people struggling with mental health challenges, showing that love doesn't have to be spoken to be felt. From sitting quietly beside someone during a panic attack to offering a reassuring paw, dogs have a way of grounding us in the present and reminding us that we're not alone. Perhaps the most magical thing about dogs is their ability to turn ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. A simple walk around the block becomes an adventure. A lazy afternoon transforms into cuddle time, and a bad day feels a little brighter with a wagging tail nearby. They have a gift for finding joy in the mundane and sharing that joy with us, showing that love doesn't always have to be grand to be meaningful. Dogs also have a remarkable way of bridging gaps between people. Have you ever noticed how a dog can turn complete strangers into instant friends? Whether it's at a park or during a casual stroll, their friendly demeanor and wagging tail seem to say, hey, let's connect. Suddenly, two people who might never have spoken are sharing stories, laughs, and maybe even a dog treat or two. Dogs remind us that kindness and connection can be simple and effortless. Then there's their uncanny ability to sense what we need, sometimes before we even know it ourselves. Feeling stressed? They'll nuzzle up next to you. Having a rough day? They'll drop their favorite slobbery toy in your lap as if to say, here, this always makes me happy. It's as though they've mastered the art of emotional intelligence, offering exactly the right kind of love and support at the perfect moment. It's a gift that leaves us wondering, how do they know? So what's the catch? Honestly, there isn't one. Sure, they shed. They occasionally roll in unspeakable things, and they might chew up your favorite pair of shoes, but those are minor inconveniences compared to the love they give. They're like tiny, furry love machines, programmed to brighten our lives, one wag at a time. Dogs have mastered the art of making every moment special. Whether it's a lazy Sunday morning or the split second you drop a piece of bacon, they're all in. They remind us that love doesn't have to be extravagant or complicated. It just has to be real. And isn't that what we're all searching for? As much as we try to teach them tricks and commands, they're quietly teaching us the most important lesson of all: how to love without conditions. Dogs don't just keep our hearts warm, they make us better people. And for that, we owe them more than treats. We owe them our gratitude. Thank you for watching. And if you've got a story of unconditional love from your dog, share it in the comments below. Let's celebrate the four-legged companions who make our lives brighter. Don't forget to check out my next video for more heartwarming tales, and give your dog an extra hug today. They've definitely earned it.